Alright, so I've been talking with a couple of friends, and I have a crazy idea. Bear with me on this one.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Alright.
No, I think you're gonna like this. You and me? We should start a podcast.
Oh shit, you're so right.
Why have I not thought of this before?
Yeah, what a novel idea. Start a podcast, talk about things we're interested in. Ooh, we should do that right now.
Yeah, in fact, welcome to Under the Bridge, everybody.
Welcome to Under the Bridge.
I'm Cody, aka the Scarlet Troll.
And I'm Greg, aka Greg.
And this is our podcast where we talk news of the pop culture variety. Sometimes comic news, sometimes gaming news, pretty much always movie news, and also pretty much always a movie review. So make sure to ring the like button, smash that bell, and share the video around if you're into that sort of thing, because it helps us out, and we appreciate it.
Yes, indeed.
No, we've been doing this for a while, obviously. You can check the backlog.
Small inside joke.
Yeah, little one. Like, what is it? God, I started the Batman. The first one I did was the Batman. Oh boy, and now we still got 2 years until the next one of those.
Right.
Ugh. That's not the only movie that's seeing major setbacks, cause, hey, oh look at that, a Star Wars movie in trouble. Must be a day ending in Y.
You know what? It does actually make me a little bit upset.
Yeah, I mock, but it really is disappointing because I was really pulling for a regular release schedule, any kind of actual update that's not just a streaming show that's gonna get canceled after a season.
After a single season.
Stares at the Acolyte!
Right.
I like that one. It wasn't the greatest thing ever, but pretty much nothing Star Wars ever does is the greatest thing ever.
But it's still a good time.
I take it back, Empire.
Oh, fair.
Empire is probably one of the greatest things ever.
I mean, I would, just because I haven't seen the second season, I would say the first season of Visions, even though it's not canon.
You know what? That's fair. I haven't seen Visions, so...
Yeah, the first season of Visions is great. Even the Studio Trigger episodes are great, and I will fight people on that.
Oh. I gotta check it out at some point. It's just a matter of freeing up some space, but as we just went over before we started recording, this stuff takes time.
Yes, it does.
Which is also presumably part of why the Star Wars film that was previously scheduled for December 18th, 2026 has been removed from the release calendar. We don't know which one it was, but yeah, people are pretty sure it's probably the Rey one.
Yeah.
That feels like it should be the easier one to get down.
I mean, it should be, because it's the most recent frame of reference anyone has for, like, a major theatrical Star Wars release.
You know what? Actually, I take it back. That explains why it's not. Because Rise of Skywalker.
You know what? I was getting ready to say, are people still mad about that? But then I had to remind myself, I had a good time because the movie shattered my expectations from the get-go. And not in a good way.
All I've got in my head is Deadpool going, God damn it, now all anybody's gonna remember is that god-awful dismount!
Yeah! Man, I have never had it where I've had such whiplash of a movie and so quickly, like in the first 5 seconds of the movie starting, I got disappointed immensely, and then it was right back to, nothing matters anymore. I can have fun watching this movie.
I was sitting there because I went to see it with a friend of ours who's very big into Star Wars, and he was in the bathroom when the screen crawl started, and I went, oh no, how am I gonna tell him?
Yeah.
I have to break this to him, are you kidding me?
Palpatine has returned. Star Wars writing head ass. Don't get me wrong, I do not envy anyone who has to write anything regarding Star Wars that has to be canon with everything that happens within canonical Star Wars. But Jesus Christ.
Nah.
I'm all for creative jobs, and I'm sure it pays really well, but I don't think anyone could pay me enough to be a writer for anything Star Wars related.
No, especially not after all this. God.
Yeah.
Star Wars, I think, is starting to rival the DC Extended Universe in terms of projects that have been announced and then ultimately go nowhere.
You know what? I'm glad you had that differentiator, because I was getting ready to make a lowbrow Blade joke.
Hey, now, Marvel's only got that, and Inhumans, and The Runaways.
Wait, did The Runaways get canceled?
Well, yeah, it got canceled, but originally it was supposed to be a movie. It was supposed to be a post-Avengers movie.
Oh, okay.
And then they kicked it over to Marvel TV instead.
You know, I forgot that show existed.
Yeah, it wasn't the greatest. It took the whole first season for them to actually run away. Are you fucking kidding me?
I need to see if I can find some way to watch that now.
Oh no, they took it off of Disney Plus, didn't they?
I mean, that's the thing that would make it interesting is, like, what is it even streaming on, if anything?
I think they removed it. They might have written it off. I don't remember. I know I've got it on bootleg disc. No, I don't. But... So, if you hypothetically wanted to watch it at some point, you're shit out of luck because I don't have it, wink wink, but... I do. I'm joshing you. I have it.
Most unfortunate.
I'm lying to throw up the censors, Greg. Disney is listening. They've got mouse ears everywhere.
So... I looked it up. It's on the CW. It's on YouTube to rent for $1.
The CW?
Yeah, it's on YouTube and Amazon Prime to rent for $2. But the one that has me the most surprised, just because I find the name of this app hilarious, is that it's also on Fandango at Home.
We have Fandango at home!
Fandango at Home. Okay.
Circling back to Star Wars, it's not all doom and gloom, though, because while we aren't getting this Star Wars movie in December 2026, increasing the amount of time it's been since we've seen Star Wars on the big screen... No, wait, Mandalorian and Grogu? That's in July. Right, never mind. But, in more good news, Ice Age 6 is taking its spot.
Is that good news?
No.
Is it really?
No. But they gotta get one out before Dennis Leary dies,
Why is there another fucking Ice Age movie?
I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know.
When was Ice Age 5 again? 2022.
What?
Ice Age Adventures of... Oh, no, is that actually a movie?
No, Ice Age 5 was 2016.
Okay, Jesus Christ.
Okay. You had me worried.
There was something apparently that released in 2022 called Ice Age Adventures of Buck Wild.
Right, that was some kind of Disney Plus thing, I think.
Oh, was it? Oh, yeah. It says on the bottom of it, original movie only on Disney Plus. Boy, I'm sure that went well.
Yeah, think of all the money it got him.
Yeah, for real.
Anyways, let's move on to a little bit of DC news.
Okay.
We got a couple of updates regarding Peacemaker Season 2. One of which is that it's debuting in August 2025, so the next month after Superman.
I wonder if there's going to be any kind of tie-in there.
Well, Rick Flag Sr., played by Frank Grillo, is going to be in Superman's movie, apparently. And then, also, presumably, he's going to hunt down Peacemaker in Peacemaker Season 2 for killing his son. I assume that's what he's doing in there, but I don't know for sure.
Yeah, because didn't they confirm that the first season of Peacemaker is canon?
Well, interesting little thing there, actually.
Oh, for God's sake.
James Gunn did chime in, because he previously said Season 1 wasn't canon. Or at least not entirely. Now he's clarified, it's entirely canon except for the Justice League's appearance.
So if that's canon, now I say this because, once again, I am bad at watching shows, I know. I'm just bad at watching TV in general, because honestly I've kind of gotten off watching TV for the last few years other than racing. Does that mean that the Suicide Squad is also canon then?
I assume it would have to be.
Yeah, it would have to be, especially if they're having Rick Flag Sr. show up. Considering how central Rick Flag's whole thing was to Peacemaker as a character, it's like, okay, so Peacemaker killing Rick Flag has to be canon.
Look, one day, I'm sitting you down, we're watching Peacemaker and watching Agatha. We're just knocking it out.
Fair.
And then we'll go back and knock out all the other Disney Plus stuff you haven't seen.
You just need like 24 hours of doing absolutely fucking nothing.
Oh god, I wish. I wish I had time to just sit there and watch Peacemaker and Agatha all day.
Man, Man, the only time I've ever done anything like that, and it wasn't helped that it was during a major bout of depression when I was also unemployed. I think I binged the entirety of the second season of Jessica Jones.
Good God, that's not a show to watch when you're depressed.
No, it's not. It's one of those things where I had an overall good time because I really liked Jessica Jones, but it was a thing of, at the end I was just like, I just spent 13 hours watching this.
You don't want to watch Jessica Jones Season 1 while depressed, because it will fuck you up and make it worse. You don't want to watch Season 2 of Jessica Jones depressed, because it's not as good as Season 1. And I can't say anything funny about Season 3. I didn't watch it.
I think I only watched the first 2 episodes of Season 3.
I didn't even get that far. Where was I? Peacemaker, right.
Yes.
The interesting thing, though, is if the Suicide Squad is canon, which it has to be, because Peacemaker killing Rick Flag is presumably what gets Rick Flag Sr. on his trail in Season 2, that would imply Suicide Squad 2016 is canon, unless it's not.
I could see them writing off Suicide Squad 2016.
Yeah. When you think about it that way.
And I think they can do it in a way that isn't too contrived either. Because the only real connection between those movies is Margot Robbie, Harley Quinn.
And Jai Courtney's Captain Boomerang.
Who dies immediately.
Yeah, I'm not over that. Justice for Boomerang, man.
Fair. Sure.
The Flash has one of the best rogues galleries ever, and we still haven't seen him interact with any of them in these movies, because they're too busy trying to do evil speedsters and time travel.
It was me, Barry. I killed the Boomerang.
If I may throw back to one of our older shorts, let him fight the fucking monkey. I want him to fight Gorilla Grodd. I want him to fight Captain Cold. I want Golden Glider. I want the Top. I want Mirror Master.
Fights Gorilla Grodd, and then it's like, I just beat your ass, but let me just introduce to you the spirit of Christmas.
I'll take Abracadabra for fuck's sake.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus. No, Peacemaker Season 2 ought to be exciting. I'm very much looking forward to that. Season 1 was really good. Blew me away. I was not expecting to be on board for a Peacemaker show, because I thought, out of all the characters you brought in the Suicide Squad, he's probably the last one I'd want to have a show. And yet, here we are.
I mean, that's probably why they picked him.
Yeah!
I'm sure a lot of people felt the same way, honestly.
James Gunn has earned a lot of leeway from me. For the Guardians, for the Suicide Squad, and for this.
Right.
I'm a motherfucking superhero indeed.
Man, I still remember that because I've never had my brain register a death flag so quickly.
It's just like, oh, he gonna die.
Yeah, he's gonna die. 2 seconds later, he's dead.
Dang. Anyways, last bit of news that I got. It's a Sonic the Hedgehog 3 update.
Oh boy.
And I'm a little disappointed we're getting this now. Because director Jeff Fowler was talking to Entertainment Weekly, and he basically confirmed that they're setting up for a 4th one.
Why would you reveal that before the movies come out?
I guess probably to drive up investor buzz or something, get people hyped for the... Because, I mean, now we're in a cycle. But, I mean...
You have Keanu Reeves as Shadow! Is that not hype enough?
I guess you probably also want to go, yeah, this is going to continue, which means that, okay, let's say, hypothetically, this plays out like Sonic Adventure 2 and Shadow seemingly dies at the end. You want a way to encourage the kids in the audience. Don't worry, he might be back. Keep watching these movies, kids. It's not all sad. You just watch a 12-year-old get extrajudicially assassinated by the government.
It'll be 2024's equivalent of freaking Optimus Prime dying in the Transformers 86 movie.
He said, it's fun to see the fan debates online about who's coming up next, who's going to be teased at the end of the film. We have a lot of the same conversations. We've all got our favorites on the filmmaking side, and we're all making great cases for it should be this one or that one. It's fun to keep that anticipation. This movie is no different in terms of teasing new characters. Oh, man, I'm still excited, but nothing like pointing out your cynical marketing cycle deflates my enthusiasm a little bit.
Who do you think is next to enter the block?
Oh, I think it's Chaos, but...
Fair.
I say, shamelessly jumping into the consume product, get excited for more product cycle. He also said, it sounds at least like Shadow will probably not be using guns, which, yeah.
Oh, that's disappointing.
Look, if he uses a gun, I think I quit.
But then kids can learn what 2004 was like.
I don't think they need to know that bad. He said, that's the challenge of these films. It's always to take what has come before in terms of the video games and the comics and all that. How do we take the essence of what the fans love and merge it with this movie treatment that we created? We certainly are very respectful about what fans expect to see and what they love about the character. We're also very aware of the times and the right way to handle that kind of imagery in a family film. I think we really ended in a great place. I think fans will watch this film and really appreciate Shadow and Maria. She's gonna get shot.
I was gonna say, so confirm Maria's gonna get shot in the face in front of a bunch of little kids.
Actually, you know what? Shadow really ought to be like Batman. Shadow shouldn't use guns because his best friend got shot down in front of him.
Wait, is that really the reason Batman doesn't use guns?
I mean, Batman doesn't use guns because a guy with a gun killed his parents.
No, I'm saying that's the reason why Batman does not use guns.
Well, also because guns are inherently a more lethal use of force, but also, yeah, that's part of why. It depends on the Batman, but, you know.
Okay, I mean, I figured it was just because guns kill, and Batman's whole thing is not killing, but still beating the senseless shit out of the mentally insane.
You can shoot to wound. It's actually quite easy, I've given to understand. Look, I'm just saying, if Batman was mentally well, he wouldn't dress up like a giant bat to beat the shit out of poor people, alright?
If Batman was mentally well, he wouldn't be Batman.
Pretty much.
The more you know theme just starts playing.
So of course the guns are also rooted in trauma.
Fair. I do not keep up a lot with Batman lore, so that's one of those things where it's like, I genuinely thought it was just because guns kill people. Like, I thought that was the only reason.
Nah. It's also dead parent stuff. At least, with a lot of Batman incarnations, it's dead parent stuff.
Fair. Okay.
Alright, let's go to trailer time.
Let's do trailer time.
It's trailer time again. We've got movie previews to watch. It's trailer time again. We got a new meme-malicious trailer for Y2K.
Jesus Christ, this trailer made me feel old.
Yeah. Made me think back to YouTube poops.
Honestly, the only thing that would have potentially improved this trailer, especially with how many clips there were of Bill Clinton, is if NWO by Ministry was playing in the background.
I think there should have been at least one brief interspersement of him playing a saxophone.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just me.
Right. Or his cat. Was Clinton the one who had Socks the Cat?
I think that was Clinton.
Okay.
I don't know. No, I actually don't really know why I put this on here, because there's not an awful lot that we didn't already know, but boy howdy.
I mean, if anything, they just showed a couple of scenes. It's slightly disappointing, but they showed a couple of scenes that they teased in the first one, where it's like, they actually show the planes colliding, and they actually show the girl getting her head drilled into.
By a Tamagotchi.
By a Tamagotchi.
By a Tamagotchi.
Mm-hmm.
Agumon for Smash, that's all I'm saying.
Right.
They're virtual pets, it's a game, it counts. That's not what we're here to talk about. No, God, it's hard to beat that first trailer. That first trailer was really something.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm not just saying that because it had Tub Thumping as the trailer music.
What do you mean there was a Socks the Cat video game?
What?
Oh, it was unreleased.
Okay.
Oh, that's funny. I wonder if it's one of those ones where it was never released, but there's still, like, copies of it out in the wild.
Ooh, now I have to find out.
Yeah, hold on, I'm gonna look this up. Okay, so someone homebrewed it. As far as I can tell, there was never any proper release of the firmware, but someone did apparently homebrew it at some point.
Sometime after its cancellation, a prototype copy was sold by a former Kaneko employee to video game collector Jason Wilson. In 2011, a 5-minute video was uploaded to YouTube showing gameplay from the cartridge, giving proof of the game's existence. In 2012, Wilson sold the game to collector Tom Curtin for the same amount as a decent used car. The sale was made...
Okay.
The sale was made in part because Curtin wished to release the game. He acquired the rights to Socks the Cat trademark in 2015 and planned to launch a Kickstarter crowdfunding campaign to fund a release. The campaign was launched on October 10, 2016 and finished 110% funded on November 8, 2016. Oh. Anyways, the campaign anticipated a 2017 release, finally released on February 1st, 2018.
Okay.
So apparently it does exist.
Alright, neat.
Welcome under the bridge, where we should be talking about the Y2K trailer, but instead we're talking about Socks the Cat Rocks the Hill.
I mean, it's Y2K related slightly. We did get multiple interlacing images of Bill Clinton addressing the country, so checkmate.
Yeah, no, you're correct.
Mm-hmm.
Then we also got a trailer for Better Man, the Robbie Williams biopic, where he's, I believe, playing himself, but as a chimp.
Yeah, I had to look it up. He is voicing himself, but a chimpanzee is mocapped over him, I think. Hold on, let's see. Williams is being portrayed by a chimpanzee, but the chimpanzee is being performed by an actor named Jono Davies using mocap.
He's apparently the voice of younger Robbie Williams, so I'd assume he may not also... He might not also be the, Who knows?
Yeah, but Robbie Williams is actually voicing himself.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, which, honestly, when the chimp first showed up, because I've never heard of any of Robbie Williams' music, I was like, I'm sorry, this is a real person, right? I need to make sure this is a real individual. Okay, good? ...
I mean, of all the weird twists to put on a biographical film about a musician, this is one.
Yeah, as I say, it's like, it's not as weird as the twist about a biographical film about a race car driver. So what's his whole deal? I'm pretty sure he killed somebody. No, but where did he race? Like, oh, it's not a real person.
I was so mad. I'm still mad thinking about it.
That and the Kazunori Yamauchi legitimate cameo are my two favorite things about the Gran Turismo movie.
No, it's funny because I thought for sure we already talked about this on the podcast, because I think I remembered putting it on the trailer time list, and then I realized, oh, the first trailer debuted when we took a week off because of fucking Milton.
Oh, did it?
Yep.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
So then I scrapped it off the list because by that point it wasn't current anymore and I just wanted to get on with my life.
Mm-hmm.
But, I don't know, I do not know what to make of this.
Right.
Because I can understand, apparently the reason why he's being portrayed as a chimpanzee is because he perceives himself as not quite entirely human, and I can respect that.
Mm-hmm.
God knows occasionally I wake up, look in the mirror, and go, alright, you subhumanoid, get to it. But, good on him for actually being willing to portray himself as such as in a movie. One might say he truly is the better man.
Right.
I'm proud of that when it came to me a second ago, and I was leading, I was putting the dominoes in place. I was setting them up. I was like, this is it. This is my masterpiece. This is my magnum opus. This is my, I wouldn't make a habit out of it of 2024.
Right.
Oh, I'm still proud of that one.
Mm.
I'm confident that it still holds true, and that episode contains the worst joke we've ever made.
Probably.
It doesn't matter which one it is, it's the worst.
Yeah, honestly.
Oh boy. If you haven't, make sure to check out The Nun 2 and other stuff. Wink wink. But,
yes.
anyways, we also have a trailer you brought to my attention, which, thank you. Because this looks really good, and it's called My Dead Friend Zoe.
Yeah, honestly, when I first saw this, it's the whole thing of the brain autofilling. I thought it said, my dear friend Zoe. And then 20 seconds in, I'm just like, wait, what's going on? And I reread it's like, my dead friends. Oh, okay. This makes a lot more sense now. Yeah, I'm really into this. I'm really into this, and I want to see it, and I feel like it might make me cry. Because this is one where the basic premise, at least as presented in the trailer, is that it follows two women who enlisted into the U.S. Army together, and years later after getting out of the military, they both are in a group counseling session hosted by Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman himself, he's right, you know.
Yeah, and I was just like, alright, Morgan Freeman's in this, so what's gonna happen next? And we see Zoe, played by Natalie Morales, kind of just have a whole display during the meeting, at which point Merritt, played by Sonequa Martin Green, just tells her to shut up, at which point Morgan Freeman goes, who are you telling to shut up? Which we realize Zoe is not there. And my heart dropped, honestly.
Yeah. I saw it coming. As soon as she stood up, I saw it coming, and I just went, oh no. I mean, I saw the title, I know what this is, but...
I mean, so for me, it was one of those things where I've seen movies, I mean, Renfield comes to mind in particular, but I've seen movies where they have in the Alcoholics Anonymous meeting or some kind of group therapy session where there's always one person who's, when it's their turn to talk, they go like full theatrical and whatnot, so I thought it was just going to be that trope again. Really ready for that. Because it was a thing of, that happened, I paused the trailer, went, wait, reread the title, went, oh, and then went, oh no. Instantly got sad. Although, I feel like it's going to be one of those fun movies for me where I'm sad and the movie keeps on doing things to make me laugh, and it's just like, it's conflicting emotions. Especially during the bit where they visit the grave, and she's like, yeah, they're dead. No, I feel comfortable here. These are my people.
I can make fun of the dead if I want. These are my people.
Yeah, it's just like, Jesus Christ. This seems like a really good movie that is very heartwarming, but will probably have zero chill.
I like a good fucked up punch to the feels.
Yeah, I really want to see this. It definitely seems to be one of those movies that will also... I mean, of course, there's the military angle, but in particular, if it's going over loss, and especially dealing with loss being a former member of the military, which is something that does not get talked about nearly as much as it should be when it comes to mental health issues. That's one where it's just like, alright, if this is an in-depth exploration of that, I am very interested.
Yeah. Shall we go to box office?
Let's do the box office.
Alright, I'm happy to report Venom 3 is no longer the highest grossing movie domestically. Thank God. So anyways, it's actually Red One.
Is that better?
We'll get into it, but...
Okay.
$32.1 million domestic weekend and total. It's currently sitting at $83.2 million worldwide, a respectable total until you look at the $250 million budget.
Why does it have a $250 million budget?
It's got The Rock in it. Are you really that surprised?
Jesus Christ. Can this man do humble when it comes to pay at all?
I mean, Chris Evans is also involved. That's a hefty paycheck.
I mean, fair. God, I can only imagine what the budget for the upcoming Fast and Furious movie is going to be like.
Woo, boy.
That might actually be one of the most expensive movies ever made.
I don't know. There's always the Avengers movies, especially now that they're paying Robert Downey Jr., what is it, 80 fucking mil?
Oh, Jesus Christ. I feel like, because the next Fast movie is supposed to come out before Doomsday, as far as I'm aware at least. So
Fast 11.
Mm-hmm.
Or just search Fast 10. Where's sequel?
Fast 10 2 Seatbelts.
Oh, no, it was delayed to an unspecified date in 2026, apparently.
Hell yeah. Even better. And Doomsday comes out, what, 2027?
No, Doomsday is next year?
Is it now?
No, not next year, it's 2020. Oh, wait, it's 2026.
I swear to God, if they put those competing movies that weekend.
Because Doomsday, I got it mixed up with 2025, and then I remembered, oh wait, no, Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four still have to come out. Doomsday is currently set for, I'm sorry, I've been mispronouncing it. Avengers Doomsday is coming out May 1st, 2026, and for the first time in my life, I have to wrestle with whether I'm willing to see an Avengers movie in theaters or not.
You can't see it right now, but my MF Doom vinyl that I just got in the mail yesterday just smiled.
Great. Cool. So, Red One. I saw it. Greg, unfortunately, was not able to make it.
Yes, I was not.
But that's fine. There's plenty of... I don't know what to tell you about this one, alright?
Alright, so this is already damning. Continue.
I don't tell you about this one. Like, okay, yeah, I think it's a marginally better movie than Venom 3, but... Fuck, I didn't like Venom 3.
Alright, so let me ask you this. Where does this sit on your naughty or nice list?
Oh, that's a difficult question, man.
On your 50 movie plus naughty or nice list.
Oh, it's in the low mid-30s.
So it is higher than Venom.
But it's about middle of the road. I mean, this is a, when you need something to put on in the background of your Christmas party, just in case there's a lull in the conversation, you put on Red One. If I'm channel surfing and I happen to land on Red One, it might stay there for 30 minutes before I get bored and change the channel again, or until a commercial happens, and that's assuming I still had cable, of course.
Right.
There's no way I'd ever actively pull this up and go, yeah, I think I feel like watching Red One. Violent Night, this is not.
Next on ABC Family, which doesn't exist anymore. Red One.
Yeah, no, this would be an ABC Family kind of thing that you watch, but oh boy. I mean, I can see it. If you're a Christmas fanatic in the same way that I'm a horror fanatic, and you decided in December that you wanted to watch a Christmas movie every day of the month, I guess you could put Red One in there if you really wanted to mix it up and watch something that's not great.
Okay.
But on the other hand, you could also watch Klaus, or Elf, or It's a Wonderful Life, or Nightmare Before Christmas.
Or Silent Night if you're a fucked up kind of Christmas fan.
I think you mean Silent Night, Deadly Night.
I believe so.
Or are you talking about Violent Night?
Night, thank you.
Okay. No, Violent Night is definitely in my top 5 Christmas movies of all time. This is not. What if the person you randomly shoot is the person who has the combination to the vault?
Oh, fuck you, people!
Fuck you, people!
Dude, I felt that to my core, too, because it's one of those things that's like, I'm glad you've been come up, but I also feel you on the whole thing of, God damn it, just let me have something. Anything.
Yeah. Anyways, I guess I should get back to talking about Red One. It's directed by Jacob Kasdan, who also directed Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle and Jumanji The Next Level.
Okay.
What else? Obviously, Dwayne The Rock Johnson and Chris Evans are starring in it. It's also got J.K. Simmons playing Santa Claus.
That's such a cursed sentence.
Plus, also, Lucy Liu, Kiernan Shipka, Bonnie Hunt. There's a pretty good cast in this.
Okay.
I'll give him that. Dwayne Johnson is taking this as seriously as a heart attack, but it's not Michael Caine successful, where the result is Muppet Christmas Carol. It's more, you wonder why they got him for this. If he's not gonna... I mean, I guess he has a little bit of fun.
Mm-hmm.
He has a little bit of fun with it.
Right.
But for the most part, he's treating the whole thing as seriously as a train wreck, and it's just like, man, this is a little funny, I guess, but whatever.
Right.
Whatever. So, Chris Evans' whole shtick is that he, as a kid, never believed in Santa Claus. He was always good at nicking stuff as a kid from the very, Saint Nick and stuff. But anyway, he's grown up and he's a professional merc and he does jobs for people where he gets information or what have you. And he's on a job where he ends up having to break into the National Seismological Center or something and track some kind of disturbance for somebody. And it turns out that disturbance is the sonic boom generated by Santa's reindeer.
It's such a stupid sentence.
Oh, this is gonna be full of them. This movie's gonna be full of those.
Such a dumbass thing to say.
Let's see. Dwayne Johnson is basically Santa's right-hand man, or maybe head of security. I don't know exactly what the thing is.
Does this character have a name?
Callum.
That's the best they could come up with.
Oh, and also, Chris Evans' character is named Jack O'Malley.
Okay, Jack Frost reference, I guess.
Him stealing candies from a baby, that was in the trailer, yeah?
That was in the
first trailer?
Yeah.
Okay. It still got me, though. Because they do a whole extended bit where it looks like he's not going to do it. He just walks past the kid with the lollipop, and he just goes, "What are you looking at?" And he just goes, does his job, comes back, sees the lollipop is still wrapped up, and then just cuts to him walking away with the lollipop, and I'm like, oh, you son of a bitch.
You know what? I will say that is the one thing that I am upset about in not seeing this movie, is that I have, even though I know not all the movies where he's like this are exactly great, I have enjoyed this new realm of kind of likable dick Chris Evans.
Oh, no. I mean, I'm having a hard time determining whether I like this or him being Captain America better. Because both are very good.
I mean, both are very good, but I think in terms of scope and where it could lead to as far as hilarious moments, I kind of like this a little bit more. I think he was better as Captain America, but I enjoy him being a lot more loose, if that makes sense.
Yeah. So anyways, Callum is getting ready to retire because apparently centuries of working for Santa and watching the moral deterioration of society has really started wearing him down. But enough about the election. I might keep that. I think I'm keeping that.
You honestly, I think you can get away with keeping that one. Oh, Jesus Christ.
But then, using the seismological data that Jack O'Malley provides, the villains of the piece are able to infiltrate the Wakanda-esque snowflake barrier around the North Pole.
Okay.
And kidnap Santa Claus. So, this requires Dwayne Johnson to... MORA, the organization, the Mythological Oversight and Restoration Authority, to track Chris Evans down and force him to help them figure out who the people who kidnap Santa Claus are and what they want, so they can get Santa back.
Okay, on one hand, part of me is starting to regret not seeing this movie.
I think I'm hard-pressed to say that I liked it. But I'm also hard-pressed to say that I hated it.
Did you have fun?
I had a smidgen of fun.
Okay. Was there a moment of a baby smiling and laughing while a fight was going on?
No, nothing that manipulative.
Good. So at least it didn't cheat in that aspect.
I had 2 inches of fun. Probably not enough to build a snowman, but you know, at least it snowed. Fair. I hate snow so much, you don't even know.
Dipping your face in snow dip until it stops being fun.
I mean, I give Dwayne Johnson some shit for being a stone-faced motherfucker in this, but it does lend itself to some pretty funny lines. I think it's just colored by the fact that I know he thinks he's the hottest shit in the world.
Right.
Which, I mean, I guess box office-wise he usually is, except for Black Adam and, well, this. So, but I don't get it. I don't know. I don't like The Rock. I feel like he knows he's better than me, but he's trying to pretend that he doesn't think he's better than me, and I fucking hate that. Just admit you think you're better than me, you're fucking right. So,
right.
We don't have to pretend here, alright?
Alright.
Jesus. Who isn't in this movie, by the way? Don't worry.
That would be something.
I mean, it's a Christmas movie, you can't
completely not have the possibility.
Yeah. So they go on big adventures, and we find out, more about Chris Evans' character and why he does what he does. He has a son. He's a really absentee dad. Probably some reconciliation involved there. And yeah, I feel like a lot of what I've got are spoilers.
Okay.
Which is weird to say about this movie.
Okay.
But I stand by it. Let's see. Kieran Shipka does a pretty good job as the villain, I guess.
Hold on.
She was Sabrina in the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina Netflix adaptation, I think.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's like, that name sounds familiar.
Oh, she was also in Twisters. Who was she in Twisters?
Who was she in Twisters?
Oh, was she one of the ones who dies right at the start? She's probably one of the ones who dies right at the start.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yep, she's Addie. She dies right at the start.
She's the woman with glasses, right?
I don't remember.
I
don't remember who the disposable characters at the start of Twisters
were.
sorry.
I'm pretty sure she's the cute girl with glasses who dies immediately.
The point is she's in Twisters. Alright,
she's in Twisters, and subsequently she did such a great job getting killed in Twisters that she ended up in Red 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
Krampus is pretty fun in this.
Okay.
It's actually a spoiler to get into his role in the movie, because there's a surprising amount of Christmas lore in here, and I don't mean historical, at least not as far as I know. They take some liberties.
Well, yeah, I can only imagine.
But, I don't know, it's a decently fun time. There's some creative ideas in here, most of which are in the trailer, like the supply closets of toy stores linking to the North Pole Transit Network. That's pretty neat.
Is there product placement?
Oh, yeah!
I was gonna say, for a movie like this, there has to be some pretty god-awful product placement.
There's Hot Wheels, there's Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
Is there a Wonder Woman doll?
No.
Okay.
No, there's not.
Aww.
Not for lack of trying on Chris Evans' part, though.
Do you have a Wonder Woman action figure? That's not how it works. Okay, that's not how it works, but you can create a Corvette Stingray that fully functions from a Hot Wheels.
Yep. There's a lot of green screen in this movie.
Okay, so...
I'll say that.
Because I haven't seen this movie, I'm looking over the casting list on Wikipedia, and I accidentally opened the plot, and the first sentence in the plot might actually be the dumbest thing I've ever read, and as such, I kind of regret not seeing this movie.
Yeah.
MORA, Mythical Oversight and Restoration Authority, is a clandestine, multilateral, military organization.
Greg, you're killing me here. It's clandestine?
Clandestine. Multilateral military organization that oversees and protects a secret peace treaty between mythical creatures and humanity.
Yeah.
Man, you know what? I think I fully got into shit. I should have seen this movie.
Well, you're on your own, because I don't think I'm ever putting this movie on again.
That's fair. I don't know. What if we decide to have like a fucked up Christmas and we just nominate this one when it's on streaming services?
You know what? Maybe.
Because it's probably going to go on streaming services pretty quick, if I had to guess.
I guess it's not that I never need to see it again, but I'm certainly not in a hurry to see it anytime soon. Yeah, there's also a lot of elements in here that feel like it's like, okay, I can see where they were probably working on this movie when this thing was popular, so they decided to fold this in.
Was this movie in development hell or anything like that?
I don't know.
Let's see. Well, it's at least been worked on since 2021, because Chris Evans joined the cast in 2022.
Right. I mean, to be fair, all movies are derivative to some extent. There's no such thing as an original idea. But
Dwayne Johnson was paid $50 million for his involvement. Jesus Christ.
Well, that explains 20% of the budget.
That is insane. 20% of your budget went to one man. That is insane.
The remaining budget was divided evenly amongst the 5,000 people who also worked on this movie.
Including the actors. But we're actors, we get paid more. Not this time, you don't.
Hold on a sec, I have to do some quick math.
Okay.
$40,000 a pop for everybody else.
It's like, congratulations, everyone, you made your yearly salary and nothing more.
Yeah, I don't know, should you watch this movie, I guess? Once.
Is the loneliest number that you ever knew.
View. It's that you ever view.
Oh.
Once is the loneliest number that you'll ever view.
2 can be as bad as 1, so let's not hope for a sequel.
Oh god, Red 2. You know what? I'm pleasantly surprised. There was a point in the movie where I thought for sure, I feel like this is a spoiler, but I thought for sure it was going to end with Santa somehow passing on the mantle to Dwayne Johnson going, "You are the captain now."
Right.
But yeah, okay, so definitely don't pay full price. Maybe only go see it once.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not the worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
Well, that's encouraging.
I'm just bursting with a lack of negativity.
Somehow I feel like that's not good.
I'm full of tepid indifference.
Man, that's kind of damning. No, that is not good. That is damning on its own. Because it's like, that's basically saying this movie is about as mediocre as it can get. It's so mediocre, it's inoffensive.
I mean, you know, I'm gonna get into spoilers now, because I feel like some of the better parts are in the spoiler section, and I might look a little more favorably on it when I can think about it.
Mm-hmm.
So, if for some reason you don't want to get spoiled on Red One, make sure to click away in 3, 2, 1. So, one of the best parts early in, that actually did kind of get me on the, okay, Dwayne Johnson taking this seriously isn't the worst idea in the world, is some D-bag influencer tries to cut the line at the mall where J.K. Simmons is actually disguising himself as a mall Santa to talk to kids as a, I don't know. I guess the point is, it's nice to get out, it's nice to mingle with humanity now and then.
Yeah.
And Christmas really is the best time to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So this influencer tries to cut the line, and tries to start beef with Dwayne Johnson, who's just standing there being Dwayne Johnson.
Right.
It's like, you cannot cut the line, these kids have been waiting a long time. Now I wish you a Merry Christmas. Jesus fucking Christ. That's pretty good.
Okay.
Obviously, Chris Evans' great delivery, amazing.
Oh, yeah.
I am not a scrupulous person, you can ask anyone. There's a bit where, the villain of this film is Grilla, who's the Winter Witch, apparently. Actual thing, I thought that was made up, but no. Actual witch. Apparently she might eat children in the mist, I don't know, but...
Oh, boy.
Yeah, they're describing her as, oh yeah, her true form is an ogress, and she has 13 children who are all trained to kill on demand. And while they're explaining this, Chris Evans just kind of raises an eyebrow and just goes, huh. And his eyes say, what the fuck, but his tone says, ... wood? And I gotta level with you, Jack. I'm in much the same boat. Mostly for Kieran and Shipka. Mm-hmm. But,
right.
That's neither here nor there.
I mean, she is pretty cute.
Yeah. So Krampus, okay, now I can get to the good shit. Krampus in this is actually Santa's adopted brother.
Oh my, really?
And he's the one who made the naughty list.
Oh, he created the naughty list.
He created the naughty list with the intention of using it to punish people who were on it. And Santa was like, no, we're not about that. We're trying to spread joy. We're trying to reward people for being good, not punish the naughty. So he took the list, and Krampus basically got exiled into his own little slice of nowhere in Central Eastern Europe or something castle. As soon as they walk through the portal and you see his castle, I just thought, oh shit, it's Walpurgis night.
Alright.
But instead it's actually Krampusnacht. It really wasn't Krampusnacht, but apparently, according to Krampus, every night is Krampusnacht. So...
Okay.
No, he's good. He just hangs around, probably being drunk. I don't think it's ever really established, but certainly acting like it. Slapping his minions around, calling them imbeciles, and then going, I love it. Also, apparently, he's Gorilla's ex.
Oh, no kidding. Okay.
So that's extra complicating.
Oh, yeah, just a little bit.
It turns out Gorilla's real plan is to permanently imprison anyone who's ever been on the naughty list in a, magical snow globe. And she needs Santa's powers and the North Pole Workshop manufacturing facilities to duplicate it, so she can trap everybody on the naughty list in their own little snow globes.
Okay. That's different.
It's certainly a unique plan.
It's a choice.
I'll give them that.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Oh, another good bit. When she deploys the new test run for her plan, she decides to trap Chris Evans' son, and also Chris Evans. And apparently she's able to just place a player piano in the middle of the road.
Okay.
And they get out of the car, and Chris Evans just goes, so, what, have you seen this before? And Dwayne Johnson just goes, unexplained player piano in the middle of a German highway? No, this is rare.
Okay.
Which, yeah, okay.
Now, him saying this is rare implies that this has happened before.
Rare does not mean unique. That is true.
Yeah.
That is true. I guess... J.K. Simmons really isn't in it a lot, which is kind of unfortunate. Yeah, I'm really struggling at this point.
Well, so much for liking it more when thinking on it.
Yeah, the best parts of it are pretty much the Krampus bits, actually, because...
So the best part is basically watching Dwayne Johnson get the shit knocked out of him.
Not even just that, just Krampus actually feels like an interesting character in the form of... There's still affection for Santa there, but there's also a sense of betrayal. Which is not something I ever expected to say about a fucking Santa.
What are your feelings towards Santa? He's my brother. I love him, but he betrayed me. Okay, then. Okay. No one look at his Tumblr account, please.
All right, then. Tell me more, Jack Skellington. Because there's actually a point where Callum tries to convince Krampus to help them. And you can tell he's conflicted and he's thinking about it, but ultimately he decides, no, they're not even supposed to be there because none of the... Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to mention, Callum is head of Santa Security, which is called Enforcement, Logistics, and Fortification.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay. How much is the polar bear in this movie?
The bear's not in it nearly enough.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
You've mostly seen him from everything in the trailer. It's quite unfortunate.
This guy is a level 4 naughty lister? A level 4 naughty lister? Oh, you think that's funny? Yes, actually. Yes, I do. I think that's fucking hilarious.
Also, they don't really get into what that means. I'm a little disappointed by that. I was expecting, with all this deep lore they were dropping on us, I was kind of expecting a deeper dive into the naughty list classification system.
It's like, how does the naughty system's leveling system work?
Yeah, is L4 better or worse than L1? How high does the scale go?
Is it less annoying than the Jewel system in Final Fantasy X? I do want to put the asterisk of, I don't play RPG, so this is me being bad at the game coming out, but still.
And of course, as with any objective in any capacity scale of badness, the question always remains, where does Hitler rank?
Yeah! Honestly, that's... You know what? That is a thing. Like, if Sam turns out it's real, it's like, I've got a list of dictators and shit, and I really need some historical data for these people. I am not leaving
Santa,
until I get answers.
I need you to put together a tier list for me. You can stream it on Twitch if you want. What's up, guys? Today we're streaming a tier list of the worst dictators and how heinous they were.
Yeah, it's like, alright, so first off, Saddam Hussein,
We're gonna put him on the triple N.
It's like Saddam Hussein. It's like, oh yeah, we're starting light with this.
Fuck.
Now I kind of want that. If Santa were real, I would kind of want that.
Dear Santa, all I want for Christmas is a tier list
of dictators on the naughty list.
Of dictators. And how they rank in terms of naughtiness.
It's the naughty list power ranking video.
I feel like once you start doing war crimes, they're all on the same tier list.
Probably. I would hope so.
Oh man, that's the best thing I got out of this movie so far. Trying to figure out where does Hitler rank. Oh man. So, a big action scene happens, yada yada yada.
Oh, only one?
I mean, there's a couple of scenes, but the biggest one's at the end.
Okay.
Grila's trying to deliver all the cursed snow globes or whatever, because it turns out she actually took over the entire North Pole, and the people who Callum's been in constant communication with are all her shape-shifting kids pretending to be other people.
Oh, so she's got sleeper agents.
Yeah. Well, not sleeper agents, just imprison and replace agents.
Okay.
So I guess those could be sleeper agents. But anyways, big fight happens on the runway. Grilla falls off seemingly to her death, only to come back as in her giant ogress form. And then Krampus shows up to try and help, immediately gets bitch slapped aside.
Good.
That was funny. She gets trapped in a snow globe herself. Yada yada yada. True meaning of Christmas was the friends we made along the way, or something
Shut
of the
the
such.
fuck up, movie.
They didn't say that, but that's the inference. Chris Evans is on the path to reconciling with his son. Callum rediscovers his faith in humanity. Krampus and Santa have a sort of reconciliation. It's strained and tenuous at best, but all I could think was, Krampus, you sly son of a bitch!
For real.
You came back. And, no post-credit scene, fortunately.
Oh, thank God.
Yep. Very good. Which this movie isn't.
So you said this is what, like, low 30s for you?
Mid-30s. It's really just kinda inoffensive. but also unremarkable.
Alright, fair.
I mean, let me see. What did I put this right around with for reference? And do I need to move it? I might need to move it.
Okay.
Okay, I put it No. No. What was I thinking? I had this at 36.
Okay.
I had this above In a Violent Nature. I must be high.
Oh, wow. Yeah, no.
Have I been blitzed all weekend?
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's like, I know you really liked In a Violent Nature.
You know what? I gotta put it under Kung Fu Panda 4. Kung Fu Panda 4 really only has the problem of it's not good by the standards of Kung Fu Panda movies, but otherwise it's pretty alright.
It's a serviceable kids movie.
Do I put it above or below Smile 2? Ooh.
I mean, I can't answer that because I have no interest in Smile, but I feel like from how you've described the Smile movies...
I think I'm done ranking movies after this year. I might keep like a top 20, but after that I think it starts to get a little ridiculous, because I'm sitting here trying to figure out, okay, Red 1, worse than Kung Fu Panda 4, better than Smile 2? And it's like, these things aren't really comparable.
But where does it live compared to Not Another Church movie?
Still above. Significantly above, actually.
Yeah, as I was saying, while it was very enjoyable having an empty theater, that was probably one of the worst movies we've seen this year.
That is not in my bottom 10.
Oh, really?
That is not in my bottom 10.
Fair.
Hell, Venom isn't in my bottom 10.
Oh, boy.
I'm not going to do a bottom 10 list at the end of the year, but I feel like roasting these things once is enough. Well, I say once, but given the number of times I've gone back and made fun of Borderlands...
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that is my worst movie this year, easily.
Yeah.
At least for movies I can actively recollect at this current moment.
You know, I think it's going to number 42. I think it's worse than Smile 2.
Okay, so, how far ahead does that put that of Venom?
That's about...
What, 5 spots?
No, more like 10.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
It's like 10 spots ahead of Venom. Yeah. Anyways, I think that about wraps this up.
Alrighty.
I feel like this is the most low-energy review I've done for a while.
I mean, it feels like, from how we talked about it and all, the lead-up to this movie, the thing that had us both hooked on this is watching Dwayne Johnson get the shit slapped out of him.
And we got that. We definitely got that. That's what puts it above The Exorcism.
Okay.
But, I choose to think of this as character growth. There was a time where I probably would have gotten really exaggeratedly mad at how average this is, but instead, it's just an okay movie.
It's just melancholy.
It's not melancholy, I'm not depressed. I'm not sitting there going, last Christmas I gave you my heart!
Oh shit, does that mean I've been whammed?
No, it doesn't count as being whammed until you hear it from Wham. I think I've already been whammed. And it's not even December.
Fair. I mean, I know a lot of other people who have been whammed already, and we haven't even gotten to fucking Thanksgiving.
Right? That's the worst part of all! It's not even Thanksgiving, and I'm pretty sure I've already been fucking whammed! If I get carried before Black Friday, there's gonna be blood in the streets! I like how I'm angrier about that than I am anything that went on in Red 1.
Right.
In any case, thanks for watching, everybody. Make sure, if you haven't already, please like, comment, subscribe if you did like this. Do whatever you feel like. I don't know. Up to you. But we appreciate it. Next week, we're pretty much locked in. It's Wicked.
Yeah, we gotta dedicate 3 hours.
2 hours 40. Plus, like 20 minutes, 30 minutes of preview, so yeah, like 3 hours.
I mean, that's a movie where I will not be upset if we don't make it before the previews.
Yeah, I won't be upset. Watch it be... somehow, it's a Blood and Honey 2 situation. There's no previews. They go straight into fucking Wicked.
They go straight to video.
Jesus Christ.
What was the movie where the soccer mom takes over her family's portion of the Italian mafia?
Oh, Mafia Mama. Yeah, I remember that one, barely.
Yeah, where it's just like, she goes, I've never seen The Godfather. Everyone starts to go, like, look, man, it's hard to dedicate 3 hours.
Monica Bellucci was in that.
Right.
Anyways, that's not important. Regardless of how next week goes and what we think of Wicked, oh, Jesus Christ, I've forgotten my own outro.
This has been Under the Bridge with Greg, a.k.a. Greg.
And Cody, a.k.a. the Scarlet Troll.
And we'll see you all next time.
Bye, everybody.
Goodbye.